Hey guys, how's it going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to compare the Scar H to the brand new Bulldog 7.62. Now on the surface, these two weapons have a lot in common, but there are subtle differences that change the way these two weapons play out in game. Both weapons are battle rifles which fire the full-powered 7.62 by 51mm NATO round, and both weapons roughly follow the same general pattern of high damage balanced by low rate of fire and high recoil. Both weapons deal 34 damage out to 8 meters and drop off to a minimum damage of 25 at 55 meters. This translates into roughly a 3 to 4 shot kill at close range or a 4 to 5 shot kill at long range, unless of course that you land a headshot, which would reduce this by at least another bullet at all ranges. The Bulldog fires at 700 RPM, making it one of the highest DPS weapons in the game, whereas the Scar fires at only 620 RPM, reducing its DPS potential but making it overall a lot easier to control. The most noticeable difference between the two weapons though is the fact that the Bulldog is a bullpup weapon, whereas the Scar is a conventional design. This means that unlike the Scar, the Bulldog's action is behind the trigger grip, which allows for an overall shorter weapon without sacrificing barrel length. This smaller size gives the Bulldog a slight benefit to moving ADS and hipfire at the expense of a slower reload speed and a nerfed standing ADS. The Scar has a 0.2 standing ADS and a 0.8 moving ADS versus the Bulldog's 0.25 standing ADS and 0.75 moving ADS. This isn't a huge difference, but it definitely suggests that the Bulldog is much better suited for close range gunfights. In terms of hipfire, the difference is a bit more noticeable. The Bulldog has a base hipfire of 2.25 versus the Scar H with a hipfire of 3. As for how effective this actually is in game, well, even with the laser sight, you're still taking a risk hipfiring a low RPM weapon. In Conquest or Obliteration, you might get away with this a little bit more, but at the end of the day, in TDM, where you can expect to go up against high RPM carbines and PDWs, you're still going to be at a disadvantage. I will admit though that the Bulldog is considerably better than the Scar in terms of hipfire and stands a whole lot better chance in those emergency hipfire situations. For anything beyond point blank range though, I'd suggest that you aim down sights. Another huge contrast between these two weapons is in reload speed, which is important considering both weapons only have a 21 round capacity. The Scar H is one of the fastest reloading weapons in the game with a fast reload of 1.9 seconds and a slow reload of 2.4 seconds. The Bulldog by comparison has a fast reload of 2.5 seconds and a slow reload of 3.2 seconds, which means that the Scar H can mag dump and reload from empty quicker than the Bulldog can reload with a bullet in the chamber. Considering the Bulldog fires at 700 RPM and is less accurate, it burns through 21 rounds very quickly and is likely to miss more shots too. This will translate into less kills per mag and will mean that you'll be reloading much more often, which will end up getting you killed at some point. The last and probably most important thing that sets the Bulldog apart from the Scar is the fact that it has not only a greater vertical recoil but also a greater side-to-side recoil. The Scar H already had a decent vertical kick, so the Bulldog is a bit more tricky to control considering it also fires faster. So the question is, which of these weapons is the better gun? Well, I'd say that there's probably mixed opinions on this, and as you've probably guessed by now, I'm probably gonna lean on the side of the Scar. To me, it's just a better all-round weapon, whereas the Bulldog is much better for close-range duels. The problem with close-range weapons, as I've said a few times in previous videos, is that there's just so many out there. In CQB, it doesn't really matter what your DPS is if someone shoots you first. The time to kill difference is hardly anything compared to reaction time and how good your aim is. For this reason, I wouldn't say that the Bulldog is any better than the AEK, the FAMAS, or most of the other PDWs in close quarters, and at mid to long range, it's just not as good as the Scar. So I guess if I had to choose between the two, if I was playing TDM or Rush, I might edge towards the Bulldog, but if I was playing Conquest or Obliteration, I'd probably run with the Scar. At the end of the day though, it's going to depend on your personal playstyle, and considering these weapons are pretty similar to begin with, I don't think there really is a definite winner. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think the Scar or the Bulldog is a better weapon? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield 4 videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below. And until next time, see you later, and have a good one.